Hey everyone, today's video is about the gold to silver ratio and why it's one of the most important things you should be keeping track of if you're stacking both gold and silver. So to start out, what is the gold to silver ratio? Basically, if you take the price of gold and divide it by the price of silver, you've got the gold to silver ratio, or another way to look at it is how many ounces of silver would it take to equal 1 ounce of gold. So right now at the close, gold was about $2,310 and silver was $29.02, which means that it's about 80 right now. It rounds up to 80, the gold to silver ratio. And this is really important when deciding what you should be buying, you know, how much of what you're spending should be on gold and how much of what you're spending should be on silver. So right now, with it being around 80, that's not extremely high, but it's relatively high. So that's why I'm buying both gold and silver. I've said it on some of my other videos. Gold is my priority for sure. But with the price of silver being in about that 80 to 75 range the past few months, that's historically relatively a little bit high. So I think it's worth putting some into silver currently right now. And the reason that this is so important to track is because even though it doesn't change a lot over a short period of time, over a longer period of time, the gold to silver ratio can have wild fluctuations. And, you know, being selective at the right time can help increase your stack over the long term. So just as an example, over the last 15 years, which isn't really that long of a time period, the gold to silver ratio has gotten as high as 110, actually over 110, and the gold to silver ratio has gotten as low as under 40. So there have been times in just the last 15 years where, you know, it would only be worth 40 ounces of silver, 1 ounce of gold, or it can be as high as over 110 ounces of silver to equal 1 ounce of gold. And this is really important. Again, for deciding what you're buying and how aggressively you should be buying each coin. I think it's actually more important than even the price of either gold or silver and trying to time when these are going to go up and when these are going to go down. You're better off, being consistent with your purchases, but using the gold to silver ratio to determine how much you're allocating towards gold and how much you're allocating towards silver. So again, right now with it being in the 75 to 80 range, I'm buying both. I'm focusing on gold, but also getting silver. If the, gold to silver ratio were to climb, if it was to get to 90 or 100, I would actually, start being more and more aggressive buying silver and buying less gold, even though I do prefer gold. And by that same, kind of token, if the price of silver were to go up quite a bit, faster than gold, and the gold to silver ratio were to go lower to 50 or 60, I would be kind of taking a pause on buying silver and really saving up only to make gold purchases. If we were to see a really wild swing to, let's say, back to the 40 to 1 ratio, I would even take a bunch of my silver coins to the coin shop and I would trade it for gold. And over the long term, this can be a really great way to make your stack bigger. If you're buying silver when silver is 80, 90, 100, times less valuable than gold, and then you can trade your silver for gold when it's 50 or 40 times less valuable, you can end up with more gold than if you had just bought gold every step along the way. So, if you're new to stacking and you're buying silver and gold, make sure you're keeping up with the gold to silver ratio and make sure you're using that as your biggest tool to determine how much of each you should buy. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know, if you're buying gold, if you're buying silver, or what you think is in store for the gold to silver ratio. If you like hearing about gold and silver, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.